Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Assembly. It's lovely to have you back here again. We're back in my kitchen. Weird, we know that, but that's okay. We're kind of getting used to these weird assemblies now, aren't we? Got a couple of bits and pieces here. This is something that you should not be trying at home because it involves matches, which we should never ever play with. But here I've got a lovely candle, and it smells really nice. Thank you to Mrs. Anderson who brought in this candle for me so that I could do this with you guys today. I didn't have any candles left in my house. I'm going to light this candle now. There we go. And blow that out. I'm going to put that aside and careful not to touch that because it's really hot. And we can see this candle, it's burning here and it's kind of dancing around. It's very nice. It smells kind of orangey. I don't know what flavour it is. I'll need to ask Mrs. Anderson. Okay. I wonder if any of you can predict what will happen when I put this glass over this candle. I wonder what will happen. Okay. I'd like your teachers just to pause the video just now and have a chat amongst yourself about what you think will happen to the candle when I put the glass over the top. Right, here goes. I'm going to put the glass over the top of the candle. We'll just see what's going to happen here. Maybe nothing. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, I wonder if I try that again, wonder if it'll have the same effect. Let's give it another go. So I'll light the candle again. I'm being really careful here. And put that to the side. Right, let's put the glass over the top of the candle again and wait to see what happens. Do you predict that the same thing will happen again? Because the flame went out, didn't it? It's shrinking. And the flame has gone out. Okay. I wonder if you can talk with your teacher, talk with yourself, and see if you can arrive at a conclusion for why you think that the flame of the candle has gone out once the glass goes over the top of the candle. Have a chat and see what you think. So, why did the flame die out when the glass was put over it? Well, fire or flame needs oxygen to keep burning. It needs the oxygen so that it can burn brightly. And when we put the glass over the top of the candle, slowly but surely, the flame started to eat up all of the oxygen that was inside of the glass. And there was no more oxygen coming in. So the flame went out and couldn't burn brightly anymore. The flame needs oxygen to shine brightly. So what can we learn from this? Well, that's science. There's a scientific fact there that we can learn and we can remember. However, we need to think of our life as being a little bit like this candle. There are things that we need in our life that help us to burn brightly, things that help us to shine. And these are different depending on who we are. So for some people this will be family and friends, it will be hobbies. There's lots of different things that we need to have that help us to shine brightly and be the best that we can be. Boys and girls, I would like you to think this week about the things that you need around about you to help you shine brightly, and make sure that you have these things, make sure you get these things around about you so that you can shine as brightly as you possibly can, like the stars that you are. Augustus and His Smile by Catherine Rayner. I think this is maybe Augustus here. I think Augustus is the tiger. Oh, and when I turn to the first page in this book, it says, "This little tiger book belongs to Amelie Mary," and that's my little girl. This was her book when she was small. She's 15 now, but she was definitely a lot smaller when she wrote that, but it's really nice to see that. Okay, and some footprints. I think these are Augustus's footprints that he's left in the sand as he's padded on by. Augustus and his smile. Augustus the tiger was sad. He had lost his smile. Poor Augustus, I wonder what it is that's making him feel sad. I wonder where his smile has gone. So he did a huge tigery stretch and he set off to find it. Wonder where he's going to look for his smile. First, he crept under a cluster of bushes and he found a small, shiny beetle, but he couldn't see his smile. Then he climbed to the tops of the tallest trees. He found birds that chirped and called, but he couldn't find his smile. It's not at the top of the trees either. Wonder where it is. Further and further Augustus searched. He scaled the crests of the highest mountains where the snow clouds swirled, making frost patterns in the freezing air. He swam to the bottom of the deepest oceans and splished and splashed with shoals of tiny fish. Got all these gorgeous fish, all different colours of the rainbow. He looks like he's having a lovely time swimming in the ocean though. I think he's enjoying that. He pranced and paraded through the largest desert, making shadow shapes in the sun. Augustus padded further and further through shifting sand until pitter patter, drip, drop, plop. I think it's starting to rain. There's his tail. Look at his lovely big curly tail that he's got there. Augustus likes the rain, boys and girls. He danced and raced as raindrops bounced and flew. He splashed through puddles bigger and deeper. He raced towards a huge silver blue puddle and saw right there under his nose his smile. He's found his smile, boys and girls. He can see it in the puddle. He's staring at his own reflection. He's found his smile. I'm so pleased. There he is. And Augustus realised that his smile would be there whenever he was happy. He only had to swim with the fish, or dance in the puddles, or climb the mountains and look at the world, for happiness was everywhere around him. Augustus was so pleased that he hopped and skipped and jumped away smiling. Boys and girls, Augustus found out all of the things that he liked to do that made him smile, that made him feel happy. He liked to climb up to the top of the mountains. He liked to look at beetles underneath the trees, climb up to the tops of the tallest trees to see the birds. He liked to dance in the rain. And all of these things made him feel happy. And he realised that these were the things that he had to do. And when he did the things that made him happy, that he would smile. And this is what we have to try really hard to do. We have to get to know what it is that makes us feel happy, and we need to make sure that we do lots and lots of that. So have a chat with your teacher just now, or the other boys and girls in your class, about the things that you already know make you happy. Tell them about it. Maybe you will give them some ideas for things that they could do that could make them feel happy too. It's come to the time in assembly where we think about the qualities that we need to be a really brilliant member of our class team, but also of our wider school team, Team Laurencekirk. We're not going to be thinking about tigers today. We can't learn a huge amount about teamwork from thinking about tigers, and that's because they are actually very, very solitary creatures. They don't live in big groups, they like to live on their own. They do sometimes come together in small groups to go hunting, but it would be very, very rare that you would see a group of tigers together. Lions are quite different. They like to live in prides, in big family groups, but tigers, not so much. So we're going to turn our attention to two different species today to see what we can learn about teamwork. Two different species that come together and work really well and have a very special relationship. And that, boys and girls, is the buffalo and a bird called the egret. Take a look. What an absolutely adorable and special relationship we can see between the buffalo and the egret, the bird. An egret can often be seen perched on a buffalo's back, and they work together in partnership to get what they both need in order to thrive and to do really well. So on one hand, you have got the egret, the bird, sitting on top of the buffalo, and he's eating all of the parasites off of the buffalo, the parasites that make the buffalo feel a bit uncomfortable and itchy. And so he's really helping the buffalo. But then you've got the buffalo who is helping the egret, because what he does is he dredges up all the dirt on the ground, knocks it with his feet, and throws up other insects for the egret to eat. And the egret helps the buffalo by warning him if there are any predators coming. And this is a really good example of really different species still able to work together and respect the contributions that each other makes. And I think here at Laurencekirk we can learn a bit from that. We don't all have to be the same. We are all different and we all bring different things to our team, but we've all got an important part to play, and we can all make a difference. And the fact that we are all different from each other and we're all unique just makes it really, really special. It would be a bit boring if we were all the same, wouldn't it? Thank you so much for listening so beautifully to Assembly today. Still not allowed to sing, there's no change there, but that doesn't stop us listening to the songs together and singing along in our heads. So I'm going to leave it there for today, and I'm going to finish with a song. I will see you all next week. Bye!
Keeping them warm in her little egg nest. When one I'm having a ball.